Worksharp presents the Northwest Outdoorsman.
Let's just get in that little draw right there, this first one, and go down.
Yeah, baby.
Right on.
Right on, huh?
Nice fish.
That's a nice cooking.
That is awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Going down. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Got him.
Now we're having fun.
Having lots of fun. Anytime I can go fishing, I'm having fun.
Yep, first day.
See if he's a good enough one to shoot. Let's go see if we can catch him. Okay.
This week on the Northwest Outdoorsman,
He had it up there above.
Holy mackerel.
This is just an average fish.
I got him.
That one's only about a pound.
Oh, look out. Here we go. I got one. Game on.
Oh, look at that, huh?
Harrod joins Mike and Thom Hall on a quest for giant perch.
Oh, yeah.
Sure wish she was here.
Worksharp presents the Northwest Outdoorsman, brought to you by Max Lure, Sportsman's Warehouse, Whitewater Lodge, Procure Bait Sense, Valley Marine, Micklich, Wolf Creek Hunting. Ice fishing is increasing in popularity throughout the Northwest, where fishermen are discovering that winter can produce good stringers too. Harrod heads to Lake Cascade, Idaho, with Mike and Thom Hall to learn an exciting new fishery. Perch in Lake Cascade are numerous, and their size is world-class. Mike and Thom have mastered fishing for these monsters through the ice. The conditions are challenging, but big perch seem to melt the cold away.
So the first day was we had to go out on some snowmobiles and pull all our equipment out on sleds and just to see all the equipment it takes to do this ice fishing was just quite an experience overall for me.
It takes a long time. You look at all the electronic devices and snow machines and everything else that need to be running right, full of gas, and up on there and make sure that everybody's got what they need to be comfortable.
Cascades has 28,000 acres in the main lake basin, and it's all white. There's no way you can see what's underneath the water. If you go with a map, a paper map, you have to line it up, and you never really understand exactly what's underneath the surface of the ice.
Oh, yeah, that's not that cold.
A little bit, just around my eyeballs.
A little bit cold, huh?
Yeah, just around the eyes.
Yeah.
Everything else is pretty warm.
It's a huge lake. The runs that we were making were about 5.5 miles up the lake. 6 miles, I think, is where we ended up. So that's a long trek, and to go back and forth and do that, you want to make sure you got everything you need for the day. So, and that's what it takes. It really is. If you want to catch monster yellow perch on this lake, you need to be mobile. We have GPS with lake contour maps. What we decided to do was to go ahead and fish deeper water and work our way up into shallower water to find out where those fish are actually moving along those lake contours and identify structure for fish so that we can apply it to the whole reservoir. Showing the size, so as it gets bigger, it'll go red.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the first day was kind of snowy and cloudy and foggy, and it was pretty cold.
And then as he swims in, it'll get bigger and go red. See how he's just sitting there on that bottom. Good spot. Warm up under our transducer.
Fish may come in horizontally towards the bottom and then come up 3 or 4 feet to hit the lure. And we saw a lot of that on the lake. We would dangle a lure a little bit above them and kind of pump it, and the fish would just come up and slam the lure. It was game on. There's dinner.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Cascade Giants.
Holy!
That was worth the wait. Which is phenomenal. You're catching 14, 15-inch fish, and up jumps the devil, one about 16, 17, and it's almost twice as big. You can't imagine the excitement you feel when you pull one of those through the ice.
Holy mackerel.
This is just an average fish.
Dang.
Hard. Got another little one. Look.
Same deal.
I do believe they like that.
I think they do.
It was a regular walleye thump, you know, the classic. Boom. You see that sonic bait fish?
Yeah.
Neither do I.
Yeah, he swallowed it.
There it is.
Wow. Yeah, that's cool.
I told you.
Awesome.
Coming up after the break,
There he is. Isn't that lovely? Look at that fish flying out there.
It's like peekaboo.
Drag him over, drag him over.
Oh, look at that, huh?
Worksharp presents the Northwest Outdoorsman, brought to you by Max Lure, Sportsman's Warehouse, Whitewater Lodge, Procure Bait Sense, Valley Marine, Micklich, Wolf Creek Hunting. Welcome back to Lake Cascade.
Got another little one. Look.
Same deal.
I do believe they like that.
I think they do.
You know what that is?
What's that?
That's a male.
Yeah, up higher like
It's
that.
a male.
Cruising around. Yeah.
You have to be able to have good electronics. You have to be able to spot check your spot, and you have to determine whether or not those fish are active. The way to tell if they're active is you'll get both horizontal and vertical movement of the fish. With modern advent of technology, it's GPS with lake contour maps, and we'll sit there the night before and make a strategy like, this piece of structure looks really good, let's try this. What we decided to do was we decided to go ahead and fish deeper water and work our way up into shallower water. Come on, boys, I need some dinner here. You're invited. Like he's on a yo-yo there. Yeah. Up and down, up and down. That might be something I dropped there. What he did is he hit it, but he's just sucking on the tissue around the eyeball. And the best overall bait you can use is really his eyeballs. Day in, day out, eyeballs work. Being a school fish and a social fish, that's how they find each other, is by the blackwell duct, the tear duct. And the fish actually gives them proximity to where they need to be in the school. And I don't know if they're biting on that other baits we've got or not, the other live baits that we've been using, but I know they'll bite on that eyeball. Time to quit messing around. I'm gonna have vegetable soup today.
I make that look easy. That's 35 years of practice. I always told my mom I wanted to be something. I just thought I'd never be a professional.
You didn't think you'd be an
Perch eyeball remover.
Well, you know how that goes. We both set out to be rich and famous, and we've ended up poor and well known.
You think mom's disappointed in me, Dad, or?
No. Mothers always love their babies. Okay, get Howard going over there.
Well, I'm gonna go catch some fish.
Okay, Tom put up a big shelter for us, and Mike and I got inside there and got our chairs set up and everything, and electronics, and fished out of that tent.
See this right here?
Mm-hmm. Oh! I pulled it out of his mouth like it wasn't what they wanted.
Yeah, and I think this is kind of an important thing is our dads are getting older. It doesn't matter if they're catching fish, it's about comfort. They're warm, comfortable, they're having a good time. They got a new battle buddy, that's what I call them, battle buddies out here, and make a friend with, and they'll be quite content.
Oh, look at that.
Real. Don't let him have any slack. Just keep him coming. When you get up the hole, slow down. And just keep the rod bent all the time.
Like that?
Yep. Oh yeah, yeah, old guy's rule, let me tell you.
Well, I wasn't expecting to get a bite, Mike.
Well, then recalibrate your hook of fish, buddy. And play with them up here, not down there. You get older people together and you start sharing life experiences, and well, that makes the trip. There he is.
We got him. Ooh,
That's 4 fish. Just saying.
just saying. Holy mackerel! Now that's a nice
Yeah,
fish.
isn't that lovely? Look at that fish spine out there. Beautiful. He's like tiger stripes all the way around on there. And just an average fish. Sure wish he was here.
Well, that might be average for this lake, but that's not average perch.
Oh, yeah.
So are you using a different type of bait than me?
Well, look in there in the hole. What's that right there? It's a minnow. Right now, this trip's been a straight steep wall that drops off the flat, drops into the main river channel, and we'll fish right against that wall, and those fish will run up and down through the current in the river channel and attack the minnows along that wall. Well, that last fish I caught spit up a minnow, and I thought I'd compare it with my sonic bait fish, and it's a dead-on match, same size and everything. That's exactly why they're going nuts on that sonic bait fish today. Oh, look out, look out, here we go.
Coming up after the break,
It's like peekaboo.
Drag him over.
Oh,
drag
look
him
at
over.
that, huh?
I got him.
Worksharp presents the Northwest Outdoorsman, brought to you by Max Lure, Sportsman's Warehouse, Whitewater Lodge, Procure Bait Sense, Valley Marine, Micklich, Wolf Creek Hunting. Welcome back to Lake Cascade, where the big perch are on the bite.
Sure wish he was here.
Well, that might be average for this lake, but that's not average.
Right now, this trip's been a straight steep wall that drops off the flat, drops into the main river channel, and we'll fish right against that wall, and those fish will run up and down through the current in the river channel and attack the minnows along that wall, like corral them just like herding cattle. Well, that last fish I caught spit up a minnow, and I thought I'd compare it with my sonic bait fish, and it's a dead-on match, same size and everything. Kind of a whitish-colored minnow, and that's exactly why they're going nuts on that sonic bait fish today. Oh, look out, look out, here we go.
I got one.
Game on. Now don't let him go.
I'm not letting him go.
Okay, now
But see,
keep him.
my hole
you got to get him started up through the hole.
is too close for my
Just keep attention on it.
chair, and I can't. It's
Okay.
like peekaboo.
Drag him over, drag him over.
Oh, look at that, huh? Wow.
Boy, smokes. All right, that's the biggest. I think that's the biggest one of the day.
I caught a really nice perch, the very first perch I ever caught, and coming out of that hole, I couldn't believe it. You're looking, reeling in and looking down that hole, and all of a sudden here comes this big mouth and, and a big fish, and you just go, wow, you know.
Oh yeah.
You want to kiss him, Mike?
Here, fishy,
Here,
fishy,
fishy,
fishy.
fishy.
I tell you, that fish call works. Cradle him under the belly. Those.
Yeah, I got him under the
gill
belly, but
plates.
I can't
Here we go. Here we go.
get him.
Got another fish down there. Excited. Here he comes. Here he comes.
Oh, now you were supposed to wait
I
just a
gotta
minute.
wait a minute, I gotta
Don't yank so hard,
recalibrate
Mike,
this.
because it's when you yank that hard, you're always
Got to
going to lose 'em.
recalibrate this.
Tease back and forth. He's trying to show me the technique of jigging and how to hold my pole and the depth I need to be, and we kind of went back and forth a little bit, all of this kind of stuff, but it was fun. He's a nice guy. I like Mike a lot.
You know,
I still have my grubs.
I think I'll try something here. Carp spit. This has got live night crawlers ground up in it and Procure, and it's really adds a few fish to the pot. Lakers love that stuff. So do trout.
seeing a bunch of big fish up there. I just can't get them to bite.
You know what we're getting them on?
What are you getting them on?
The larva.
Are you?
He sit down and was using the eyeball, he's using the larva. He had 2 bites, boom, boom.
Like the maggots or the
Yeah, the maggots.
maggots? I'm fishing a minnow and they come up, chase it, they won't hit it.
Yeah, one just spit up a minnow.
Okay. Well, I'm grabbing fish over here. I'm gonna go set up my house and stuff. So I'm seeing big fish.
I absolutely started catching fish there. I'm like, this is the spot where I'm going to stay this afternoon. We're going to fish right here. I'm going to set up right here. Plus, I wanted to get out of the snow. It was snowing. And that's what's nice about modern equipment, especially like portable ice shelters, things like that. If you buy a good quality shelter, they are easy to set up. They're easy to take down.
Geez, they're old enough to know better. It's all right. I'm glad they're having a good time. I think that's one of the things as you get older and stuff like that. You kind of pay it forward there. Remember when you were young and they took you out and had fun fishing and stuff, and now they can't move around as much and stuff. But kind of reverse roles actually. It's kind of funny that way.
It's kind of funny, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Trying to get them to come over and take a look at you. Once again, 6-inch hole. Oh, here comes a bigger one. Here he comes. There he is.
All right. Good job, man.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Look at that one.
That's what we came for Lake Cascade for right there. Look at them.
Look at that.
I'll catch 20 more of those all day long. Boy, that fish right there said, "Please make me famous." That's not even a big one. That fish there's probably only a 14-inch fish, if that, maybe 13. But this is how we count. 1, 2, 3, 6. You can barely see that 7 stripes. They're really big. They'll have 7 defined stripes on them.
Coming up after the break,
I got him. Fish tacos.
Did we get a picture of the fish today?
We got some, but not very many.
Worksharp presents the Northwest Outdoorsman, brought to you by Max Lure, Sportsman's Warehouse, Whitewater Lodge, Procure Bait Sense, Valley Marine, Micklich, Wolf Creek Hunting. Welcome back to the ice at Lake Cascade.
There he is.
All right.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Look at that one.
That's what we came for Lake Cascade for right there. Look at them.
Look at that.
I'll catch 20 more of those all day long.
The fish started moving around once again. It gets warmer in the afternoons. The fish get more active, but there's definitely method to the madness, so to speak, out there. And I know I've said this a lot this weekend, is 20,000 acres in a 6-inch hole. To try to catch fish out of constantly is quite the challenge.
Not very many places in the world you can do that and catch fish like that. So pretty unique place to be able to go do that. It's a special opportunity to be able to get out here and go.
It's pretty exciting right there.
Get your adrenaline going. It's like,
exciting
wow,
stuff.
look at that thing. And there's one down there on the bottom right now. I can see him.
On this particular trip, I've been getting them to chase it. I like the fish to chase it. It seems like the faster I can get them to move up after the lure, they're going to hit it. Sometimes they'll just sit there and stare at it. Sometimes you miss.
Oh, swing and a miss, light tap. I'm going to set it down right now. I'm going to drop it right on the fish.
And then I dropped it past the fish, and the fish went down, and then I was able to catch that fish again, and I think that's, don't ever give up.
I got him.
Good job.
That one's only about a pound, but that's
Another nice.
another great fish. Yeah, did you see how I dropped that lure down below him and then watch that fish? Because what that did is that caused that spoon to flutter past that fish, and then it was like, oh, hey, I better catch that again. And then it was like fixated on it for a minute, and then you saw him go wham, and then that was it right there again. Just understanding what the fish are doing.
Big fish. Here he comes.
Ooh, nice fish. That's a nice one there.
World class. Pretty scenery and pretty fish.
This whole area up in this whole Cascade is beautiful. That big, massive amount of space out on that lake is just amazing. It's quite a place to stay here at Birch Glen. The people here are just fantastic. I mean, they're so accommodating. Anything you want to do.
What do you think, Tom?
Beautiful.
Pretty this morning, huh?
It's so pretty.
No, I've only been doing it since I was 3 years old. I always enjoyed the adventure as a kid.
I've been taking my boy fishing since he was 3 years old. I think he was still in diapers. He might have been even 2, but he was so little that when I'd take him out crappie fishing through the ice, all I could say is, "Cold, Dad, cold."
Having that experience with your dad, it's a special type of experience that only like people that are sons and people that are fathers will understand what that is and what that connection is, especially with a shared passion in the outdoors.
You talk about adventures and trips of a lifetime and that, and your children are your future, you know. It's something that you really relish, those times you've shared together. Carp's
You know, it's just special. I think it is. I don't think there's any way to say it any other than that. It's special to be able to share those experiences with your dad. And
You know, fishing's about memories and about who you shared it with. That's where it belongs.
Now it's time for another Harrod's Cookhouse recipe brought to you by Micklich, the Spokane Spice Company since 1948. Today we are making blackened perch sandwiches. Start by squeezing half a lemon over deboned perch fillets. Mix together paprika, chili powder, black pepper, dried oregano, garlic salt, and 3 tablespoons of flour. Pour mixture into a flat dish and add 1 tablespoon Harrod's Cookhouse lemon and dill fish seasoning. Coat perch fillets and cook on both sides in hot olive oil until fish flakes. While fish cooks, mix together half a cup of mayonnaise, lemon juice, 2 tablespoons of sriracha sauce, Flesher's hot sauce to taste, and 1 tablespoon of lemon and dill seasoning. Coat toasted hoagie roll with sriracha mayonnaise, place fish on roll, and add lettuce, tomatoes, or onions. That's really good. For this and other great recipes, visit the Harrod Outdoors website. Tune in next week for another great wild game recipe.
in there to say, okay, this 6-inch hole is going to be my home right here, and I'm gonna try to catch multiple fish through this little 6-inch hole, and it really is amazing that with technology and how things are, that you can actually do that. And you know, what would people think 100 years, 150 years ago about stuff like this? Like, wow, man, you're a cheater, you know? And looking at modern clothing and everything.